Hi, kindergartners. Hello, Tacoma. Welcome to your TV classroom. Today is Friday, December 11th, and it is time for math. Are you ready? Mabel's here, ready to go. Pebble's here, ready to go. Oh, Pebble, it's okay. We'll just move you like that. You're good. Mabel, are you good? Okay. Everybody's okay? Mabel, you keep kind of falling forward. How can I help you? There we go. Okay. Feel better? Great. Now, before we start, we always check our zone. We talk about what do our feelings feel like, what does our body feel like, and what does our brain feel like. Take a look at those pictures. Which one do you feel like today? Turn and tell your learning buddy, which one do you feel like today? Mabel, I feel like joy. I am happy, and today I learned there's some new exciting things that are going to be happening in January on the TV classroom, and it fills me with joy, and I'm so excited. So I'm in the green zone. If you're not in the green zone, remember to use one of our strategies. Maybe give yourself a chilly hug, maybe do squeeze and let goes, maybe do hand breathing. All right, kindergartners, are you ready? Okay, before we get started today, please make sure you have your whiteboard and marker, your learning buddy, and your counters. I'm going to count down from 10, and when I get to 0, we're going to get started. If you have those things, you can count down with me. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now we're going to do Fact Fun Friday. Take a look at what shows up on the screen. Kindergartners, are you ready to learn what the secret code is? Some of you may know. I'm going to teach you how to read the secret code today. So we're just going to practice reading them today. Next Friday, we'll practice solving them. So you know what this number is. What is that number? 2. Now this symbol right here, this means to put together. It's plus. We're going to take one number and we're going to put it together with another number. And we're going to see if it's the same as the number at the end. So it reads like this. 2 plus 2 is the same as? We don't know. So we have to figure out what 2 put together with 2 is the same as. Do you want to try it? If I have 2 and I have 2 and I put them together, how many do I have? 4. 2 and 2 is the same as 4. Kiss your brains. Let's read this one. 2 plus 3 is the same as... I think we can solve these today. How many am I going to draw for the first number? That's right, Mabel, 2. 1, 2. How many do I draw for the other number? 3. If you want to draw on your whiteboard, you can too. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put them all together. That plus sign means put them together. How many do I have? 2 plus 3 is the same as 5. Nice job. All right. 3 plus 3 is the same as, count them all up, how many? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Okay, let's read this one. 3 plus 4 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do 3 and 4? And I count all of them up. I get 7. Now, this was just our first time doing this. Each Friday, we're going to see if we can get faster and faster, and pretty soon, we won't even have to count the dots. How amazing will that be? 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 is the same as... See if you can figure it out. Draw 4 dots or put out 4 counters, and then put 4 more. What did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 4 is the same as 8. Did you get 8? Kiss your brain. Today we're learning to tell how many more we need to make a 10. This is going to be fun. I was going to get my counters, but I forgot that I have counters on the screen, and so I'm just going to use the screen, okay? All right. First of all, let's look at the green bottles. How many green bottles do you see? Go ahead and count them. 8. 8 green bottles. How many red backpacks do you see? 4 red backpacks. How many of the balls do you see? They're blue ones. How many do you see? 7 balls. How many cones do you see? 6 cones. Oh, nice job. Can you please get out your whiteboard and write each of these numbers to practice? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Ready? And practice writing those numbers. All right. Let's look at this top picture here. We're going to look at this one right here at the top. How many red dots do you see? 2. 2 red dots. And I'm going to switch to my pen. 2 red dots. I wonder, Mabel, how many more dots we would need to fill in and get all the way to 10. Now, I'm not going to use yellow because yellow's hard to see. So I'm going to use the color orange, and we'll see if you can see that better. Mr. Kevin will tell us if we can see it. Mr. Kevin, can we see this color okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2. Let's count how many empty boxes and let's put circles in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so we have 8 yellow circles. Now, if you have red and yellow counters at home, you can build this with me as we're going, and you can put the red counters and the yellow counters. If not, you can just follow along by watching or draw on your whiteboard. So, Mabel, we have 2 and we have 8. What's so special about 2 and 8? 2 and 8 make 10. It's one of the ways to make 10. You say that with me. 2 and 8 make 10. Okay, let's look at the next one. How many red dots do we see? 3. 3 red dots. All right, well, let's get our orange circles. They're supposed to be yellow, but we're doing orange ones. You ready? Let's see how many more we need to make 10. We have 3. Let's see. 1, 2. Make sure you're counting with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how do we make 10 if one of the parts is 3? 3 and... Yes, 3 and 7 make 10. Your turn. 3 and 7 make 10. Okay, let's do the next one. How many red dots do you see? 7. 7 red dots. How many yellow dots will we need? Pebble, you just said 3, like you just knew. How did you know that? Pebble, so well, Mrs. Wally, if you were to take the one we just did and turn it around, that would be 7 yellow dots and 3 red dots. So if I have 7 red dots, I need 3 yellow dots. Do you agree with Pebble? Turn and tell your learning buddy. How many dots do you think we need to make 10? Let's count and check. Are you ready? 7, 8, 9, 10. How many did I draw? I drew 3 more. 7 and 3 make 10. Kiss your brain, kindergartners. Okay, how many red ones do you see? 6. Oh, that was a bad 6. That's all right. We're going to try it again. So much better. 6. Okay, let's get ready. You get ready to draw on or count on with your counters. Here we go. Say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many yellow circles did we draw? 4. 6 and 4 make 10. You say it. If you said 6 and 4 make 10, kiss your brain. Okay. I bet we can figure this one out without counting. How many red ones do you see? 5. We know from doing all of our subitizing that when we have a tens frame and the top is full, it's 5. So how many more to make 10? We think it's 5 because 5 at the bottom too, right? Let's count and see. Whoops, wrong thing. All right, here we go. 5, we say the part we know first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many yellow circles did we draw? 5. Kiss your brain, kindergartners. Ooh, how many in this tens frame? How many do you see? Wait, that was a lot of dots. How did you know that so fast, kindergartners? Oh, that's right. When there's a tens frame full, it's 10. And we're only missing 1. So if we're only missing 1, we have 9. Kiss your brains. Well, then how many more to make 10? We just need 1. Look at that. We figured that out. We didn't have to count anything. We used what we know about numbers to figure it out. Nice job, kindergarten friends. Excellent. Let's say our sentence. 9 and 1 makes 10. Your turn. Very good. I'm doing this because I'm holding the parts. 9 and 1 makes 10. You do it with me. Perfect. Let's do the next one. 5 and 5 makes 10. Your turn. 5 and 5 makes 10. Now we're going to do this one up here. 6 and 4 makes 10. Your turn.
6 and 4 makes 10.
Oh, I went too far. Now we're going to do this one. Here we go. 7 and 3 makes 10. Your turn.
7 and 3 makes 10.
Next one. 3 and 7. 3 and 7 makes 10. Your turn.
And 7 makes 10.
Last one. This one here. 2 and 8 makes 10. Your turn.
2 and 8 makes 10.
Excellent job, kindergartners. Now it's your turn. We have 1. We have 1. I need to know the other number that goes with 1 to make 10. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to figure it out. Ready? And go. Do you know? One and, whoops, wrong thing. 1 and 9 makes 10. Is that what you got? Let's do it. 1 and 9 makes 10. Your turn. 1 and 9 makes 10. Kiss your brain, kindergartners. Here's your job today. You're going to do page 193 and 194. You're going to do more of what we did. You're going to count on and draw circles for the parts that are missing and count the red parts and the yellow parts to make 10. If you don't have a yellow crayon at home, you can just use a pencil. That will do just fine. You're going to write the 2 parts that make 10. And when you're done, I want you to practice doing this. And make 10. Practice it with me. And make 10. All right. Today, did we build the number we knew? Did we build on or count on or draw on to 10? And did we tell how many more we needed to make 10? And we told the 2 parts that make 10. Kiss your brain, kindergartners. Now, before you go to your break, which is new today, it's Mr. Wood from Stafford. He is going to do a PE break today. You're going to get to play a PE break game. It's going to be so fun. Before you do that, make sure you get your whiteboard and marker and your learning buddy to be ready for learning with Miss Awesome when you come back. All right. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye, kindergartners.
Good day, young aviators. Did you know that we live in an amazing state? Not only is Washington famous for its spectacular scenery, but did you know that Washington State is famous for making airplanes? So today, we will be using our arms' muscular strength to fly around Washington State and see how beautiful it is. All you have to do is put your arms out when the bald eagle takes off from her totem pole and keep them flapping until she makes it back to her totem pole safely. Now, your arms might get a little tired, but that's okay. That's how we build our muscular endurance. Don't stop flapping until you land. Have a great flight.
Hey kindergartners, welcome back from your break. I hope you had the opportunity to gather your materials and are ready to go for literacy with Mrs. Oslin. I have Mabel here, my learning buddy. I have my whiteboard and marker. I am ready to go. You'll remember today and every day when we come together, your job is to listen, share, and read and write. You know all about active listening posture. So let's practice doing this together. Here we go. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. And you'll remember that even when you have active listening posture, sometimes you need to remind yourself to focus. Good focus, Mr. Kevin. Are you ready? Okay, let's think about, we have learned so many letters, kindergartners. I think we can just go through it and sing. I don't think that we need to worry too much about singing the letters that we already know louder, because I have a hard time remembering which ones we do know and which ones we don't know because we've learned so many. I just feel like we've learned all of them. So what we're going to do while we sing, and today Mr. Kevin's going to sing with us and you're actually going to be able to hear him. He got his own microphone. We're so excited.
Yes, I did.
So, oh, there he is. So make sure that you have your alphabet chart and that you're pointing under each letter so your brain is making the connection between what the letter looks like and what you call it. Because you'll remember, sometimes letters, the name of the letter helps us know what the sound is. Are you ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with us? Yay!
Us.
With us. Today, we are learning to own more letters. We're going to learn more letters today. Are you ready? How to learn a letter. You know the routine. We go through, we name it, we sound it, we write it, we use it. This is when you are going to need your whiteboard because you're going to practice writing letters on your whiteboard. How to learn a letter. Here we go. First letter is P. Name this letter.
P.
This is a capital P, and this is a lowercase p. They kind of look the same because you can't tell which letters are tall or small or fall, but when we write these letters today, we'll definitely make sure our capital P is a letter that is tall and our lowercase p is a letter that is small. Spoiler alert, our next letter is V. Name this letter.
V.
Lowercase v, still called V. Next, we're going to sound it. And my PowerPoint seems to have a mind of its own. So be patient with me. Here we go. P says P, like pizza and pig. Sound the letter P. P. Good. The letter V sounds like V, like in volcano and van. Sound the letter V. V. Good. Now we're going to write the letter V. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop with the slideshow because it's getting a little crazy here. I'll just do it like this because you're going to do it right on your whiteboard anyways. So take the cap off your marker. Take the cap off your marker. Plug it in so you don't lose it. Now you'll remember capital P is a letter that is tall. So we say pens up, line down, back up, bump around. Now, I'm going to draw a line on my whiteboard so you can see how a letter that is tall or is small looks on lined paper. so you can tell the difference, because the PowerPoint didn't do a great job of showing us the lowercase p. A lowercase p is a letter that falls, and it starts here at our middle or belt line. And we say, pens out, line down below. See how it falls down below? That's where it falls. Back up, bump around. Now you'll notice a capital P and a lowercase p have the same shape, but they're positioned or sitting differently on the lines. The capital P is tall. The lowercase p falls. Let's practice the capital and lowercase p one more time. Okay, capital P, it's a letter that's tall, so pens up, line down, back up, bump around. And our lowercase p is a letter that falls. It starts in the middle, so we say pens out, line down below, back up, bump around. Name this letter P. P says P. Good. Next letter that we're going to write is V. A capital V is a letter that is tall. So we say pens up, slanted line down, slanted line up. A lowercase v is a letter that is small. It has the same shape as the capital. It's just positioned differently and it's a different size. So pens out, slanted line down, slanted line up. What's this letter? V. What sound? V. Good. Now I want you to think about our letters P and V, and I'm going to stay on my whiteboard here. So let me rewrite P. Practice with me. Here we go. Pens up, line down, back up, bump around. Lowercase p, pens out, line down below, back up, bump around. P says P. Make the P sound. P. Think of what are some words or things around you that start with P. P. Oh, I forgot to. P. Oh, Pebble! Pebble! It's your day! Pebble! I wondered why you were making such a ruckus over there. Pebble's like, me. I start with P. Pebble. So does my pen. So does pillow. So does this plant. What's around you that starts with P?
Pizza.
Tell your learning buddy, oh, Mr. Kevin's talking about pizza? Now we're going to get hungry? Pumpernickel. Mrs. Wally says pumpernickel, pizza, pillow. Oh, so many words. Picture. Wow, kindergartners, we are learning to own the letter P that says P, like in pickle. Plant. So many. Now our other letter that we're learning is V. Okay, get the P off your board and let's get a V. Here we go. Pens up, slanted line down, slanted line up. Capital V, lowercase v is a letter that's small, so pens out. Slanted line down, slanted line up. V says V, like van and valley, volume, volcano. Mabel, what else? Valentine. So many words that start with vase, vest. Make sure you eat your vegetables. Turn and tell your learning buddy all the words that you can think of that start with V. Oh, you already know so many letters, and let's practice writing all of our letters now that we know P and V. We're going to do all of them. Are you ready? Okay. Here's the thing. You don't have my PowerPoint, so you have to do your very best. This is where the letter formation pathway is going to come in handy. You're going to say out loud the formation so that you start to build up that muscle memory. And anytime you get your pen in your hand, your brain automatically starts saying how to form the letters. And that's how you really own these letters. Let's start with A. Capital A is a letter that is tall. Pens up, slanted line down, line connecting. Lowercase a, pens out, bump around, up and down. This is the letter A. We know that A says A and A says A. Good. Erase. Next letter is B. B says B. Capital B. Pens up, line down, back to the top, bump around on the front like a belly, bump around on the front like a belly. Lowercase b is also a letter that is tall, so we say pens up, long line down, back up a scooch, bump on the front like a b, belly. B says b. Good. You ready for our next letter? Next letter is D. D says D. Pens up, line down, back up, big bump on the front. This is a capital D. Lowercase d is, we actually say pens out even though it's tall. We do the bump first. You bump around, up and down. D. D says D. Good. This is one of our new ones. Do you remember from, was it last week? I don't even know. F. F says F. Capital F is tall. Pens up, line down, back up, little line out, little line out. F. Lowercase f is also a letter that's tall. Remember, we start at the top with a hook. Goes like this, hook from the top and line down, little line across. What letter have we written? F. F says F. Good. Next letter that we know is I. We're going to do a capital I. It's a letter that is tall, so pens up, line down, line across the top, line across the bottom. This letter is I. I says I. And I says I. Lowercase I. Pens out, line down, float a dot above. Make sure your dot is small. We don't need this whole huge circle. You just need a little dot, just enough to see it. Good. This letter is I. I says I, and I says I. Next letter that we know, gosh, we know so many, is the letter J. Start with a capital J. Pens up, line down, and hook up that way. And then line across the top. Lowercase j, we say pens out. Pens out. Line down below and hook up. There we go. Float a dot above. Next letter that we know is an L. L says L. Here we go. It's tall. Pens up, line down, little line out. And you'll remember a lowercase l is pens up, line down. L says L. Good. Erase. Next letter that we know is an M. M says M. Capital M, pens up, line down, back to the top, slanted line down, slanted line up, line down. Lowercase m is a letter that's small, so pens out, line down, back up, bump around, down, up, bump around, down. These letters are M. M says Erase. You notice how we're getting faster and faster and faster at these letters? It's because we own them. We know them really well. Next letter is N. N says N. Capital N is a letter that's tall, so pens up, line down, back to the top, slanted line down, line up. Lowercase n is a letter that's small, so we say pens out, line down, up, bump, down, N. N says N. Good. Now, I'm going to throw in one of our new ones. Are you ready? P. Capital P says P. It's a letter that's tall, so pens up, line down, back up, bump around. Remember, lowercase p is a letter that falls, pens out, line down below, up, bump around on the front. How did that feel doing the new letter P? Good? All right. Your next letter is R. R says R. Here we go. Capital R, pens up, line down, back up, bump around, slanted line down. Lowercase r is a letter that's small, so pens out, line down, back up, bump, stop. You make sure that you say stop so that you stop yourself so you don't accidentally make an N. Okay, erase. Next letter. Next letter is an S. S says S. Capital S is tall, pens up, bump around, slide down, bump around the other way, stop. Lowercase s is a letter that is small, pens out, bump around, slide down, bump around the other way, stop. Erase. Whew. Here we go. T. T says T. Good. Capital T is a letter that's tall, so pens up, line down, line across the... I do not like that T. I do not like that T one bit. I'm going to erase it. Start over. Here we go. Pens up, line down, line across the top. Much better. Lowercase t is also a letter that is tall, so pens up, line down, line across the middle. Last letter. This is our other new letter that we learned. Are you ready? V. V says V. Capital V is a letter that's tall, so pens up, slanted line down, slanted line up. Lowercase v is a letter that is small, so pens out, slanted line down, slanted line up. This letter is the letter V. What sound does V make? V. Good. Kindergartners, oh my goodness. You have learned so many letters. Today, when you are independently reading, I want you to find all those letters that you know how to read and write in a snap. I want you looking at the pictures, finding things in the pictures that start with those sounds that you know, especially our new letters. P, V, because we learned those letters today. You're also going to use those letters in your writing. You can label the things in your pictures, and you know enough letters at this point that you can really start listening all the way through words, stretching them out, writing all the sounds that you hear. You get to a sound that you aren't sure what it is, try your best, and then you move on. Just keep going. I want to remind you we have some special guests coming up. We have on Wednesday, December 16th, our Tacoma Fire Department crew number 1 will be here with us in the TV classroom via a video. And then on Wednesday, January 6th, Wednesday, January 6th, the CEO of the Tacoma Urban League, Tawana Nobles, will be here with us. She is also the director of the University Place School Board, and she is our new Washington State Senator-elect. We're so excited to have her here. Now, friends, it's time for our affirmation. Your affirmation is where we use positive self-talk to boost ourselves up. What I want you to know today is that you are important. You need to tell yourself that I am important. Practice saying that with me. I am important. You are. You're important to your family, to your friends, to your school, to us here at TV Classroom. Thank you so much, kindergartners, for thinking and reading and writing with us this week. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. We will see you here on Monday. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.